No, there's no residentials or anything like that sorted out. Like, there's no residentials happening. There's no things for the young people to look forward to. When they come home from school and they get their homework done. No, they have nothing to do on their weekends or their evenings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Strathwell used to have a band, but recently the band, they can't play anymore because they haven't got the facilities to practice. That's
just for me. Example of the night, I have to travel to the town for band practice, and to pay the nerve centre just for band practice, and make my own way up when there used to be a facility here for it.
It doesn't really give you a chance for your band to do anything or for you to get anywhere because there's no facilities.
Something for us to actually do, gym or something like that. Somewhere we could actually go do something that would benefit us.
Just do stuff like gymnastics and all, because there's all wee guys and all, they wouldn't really want to go on to a gym. They could maybe trainers for gymnastics and stuff. And do trampolining and stuff, because I used to do trampolining.
This is what I really want, even though I'm a bit old, but a park is really, I really want.
For young children.
For young children.
It's all glass.
In all honesty, Strathwell does need a park. I'm here at least 27 years, and I've got 7 grandchildren, ranging from 2 to 9, and there's absolutely nothing in this estate for them to do.
There is nowhere for me as a single parent to take my child to a play area outside. I have to get in the car and maybe go to St. Columns or somewhere like that, and there is no outdoor facility at all in the area that I know of.
If I had to go to a park, I have to go to St. Columns Park. Now, okay, I have a car, but there's 95% of people on this estate haven't got cars, and I think it's ridiculous for the size of the estate that we've got nothing, and I mean nothing, down here for children.
The children are missing out. They have nowhere to go and let themselves get developed, and they've nowhere to play. And especially in the summer months, unless you take them a walk, there's nothing you can do. And if you don't have a car, if parents don't have a car, then there's nothing you can do at all. If you have a car, you can travel maybe a couple of miles down the road to St. Columns Park, but if you don't have a car, then the children are missing out terribly.
There's no play group or no play areas. There's a small play area here, but that's only for the Tiny Tots play group. It's not available for any of the other children in the community.
Strathwell is out in the rural, and places like Maydown just down the road have a park, and they're a far smaller community than what we are, and we don't even have half the facilities that even places across the town, which are in the middle centre of the town, where they have access to different places up the town, and we have to get out here and we have to provide our own transport with the money out of our own pockets to go on to say if girls wanted to go and do dance classes or take part in classes, and during the week they had to pay to get there and all. Whenever we were younger, we had the facilities right here to go and do stuff.
This here's Moorglass Place. This is a potential area for a play park. It's number 4 on our list that we submitted to the council this year. Previously this here was for displacement families all over Northern Ireland whenever Strathwell's name was originally blackened years ago. This is whenever the drug problem and all first started to come about, but the youth forum now is going to be proactive and campaigning for spaces like this to be turned positive again.
Homeless houses used to be here, didn't they? That was for displaced the whole families. Way across, for displaced families, and see the houses, there were sheds here, facing them sheds as well. And at one stage, all them houses there, near enough, all of them were all boarded up because they were all being set on fire, and all these ones were being set on fire too. So this place here, where you're standing now, was just like a runway. You could run about, backyard in the backyard, and all the fences were torn off. You know what I mean? But then they got rid of these houses here and sort of said, right, we'll do them up, and they've done them up. But Jesus, you know what I mean? Look at it, they're not much improvement. No, I wouldn't say it's worse, but it's definitely not drastically better. Only one looked at.
This is a vacant town sale here, isn't it?
There's double boosted up here. This is just an example of one of the houses. As soon as they're left, no whatever happens. As soon as these houses are left, they're done away with. That's the way they're left. Do you know what I mean? And that could be for 7-8 months. Do you know what I mean? And that's rubbish there. It's going to lie for fucking. It's a bin there. I don't think.
So is this a drinking day now? Is it?
It looks like a prime location for a drinking. Then I know if I was a youngster, that's where I'd be going.
Well,
especially the rain though.
For me, that they get shelter on there, but there's shelter beside an oil tank as well. Have a fire started on there.
Fags and stuff like that. And somebody gets full, or someone's are going with tour and it catches fire. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And how are you going to get out with all the rubbish now? You're going to fall, especially at night time.
If you just want to look around now too, this has become a hive for antisocial behaviour and graffiti. The young people have nowhere else to play the football. So they've sort of spray painted on the little local nets and all here. There is a huge football pitch just round the corner, but there's no football nets, despite Derry City Council providing changing rooms just a few months ago.
That's the entrance there, the play park at the minute, like, that's all the Waynes have.
Play park?
They're all jumping on there and hanging about on there, like, and if you look at it yourself, it's barbed wire everywhere. It's just...
So when they play football here, the ball goes on there, they go after
They
it?
play football here, and if the ball goes on there, then they're going on the barbed wire and electricity and all, and there's you to see the amount that, if you can actually see in there, but you can't, like, a broken glass and stuff like that, where glass has been smashed everywhere, you know what I mean?
I remember a few years ago, I used to see the Waynes dancing that wee square there. I made it on the wee festival, street festival, I had it here.
You can see that now.
And we cleaned it up, like. But it's interesting the way it's turned out, like, there's no positive places here at all now.
That's, I mean, they need to get something sorted, because it's only getting worse.
The only
They've
thing
got
about
that
it
bit of wood there.
I'd say
Someone's
that-
going to slip on that when they're trying to get in there to even bust their chin or bust their fist or something, do you know what I mean?
The Waynes seem to take over ownership of it and make it their wee space, don't they?
That's all they have to make do with what they've got, like.
But that there is a health and safety risk here, no. The danger of electricity alone is unbelievable, like, and, you know, I certainly wouldn't have my children playing about here, like.
Nah, no, but that's what most of the people are unaware, like, of what their children are at, like, until they maybe walk down past the street and see one of our Waynes hanging up there, coming on the house, no, their hand cut, their arms cut and crying, how did that happen? And then they start looking to ask questions, like, whereas it should be addressed before the problem actually happens, like.
I would just say to funders that if they don't sort it out now, like, you know, say we need a certain amount of money now, in 10 years time you're going to need double that amount of money, because the problems are only going to worsen. Do you know what I mean? There's not going to be nothing dramatically is going to change now unless the government starts putting funding on the Strathfoyle. It's only going to get worse, and a place like Strathfoyle is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're a more multicultural society, like, so it needs to be starting to accommodate for the likes of Polish people and all races that are now involved in our community.
I think there's a big gap out there at the minute since the project ceased to exist. I think young people are still pining for it. I think they'll always remember it, because one thing it did do was give them memories of what they could achieve. It built their self-esteem, and I feel that the young people in Strathfoyle is now robbed, neglected, and are back to square one.